I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It's wonderful to be with you again on the farm. I want to speak to you about one thing today, and this is the name of the program. Truth. Truth. People want truth. Pontius Pilate stood in front of Jesus and he said to him, "What is truth?" Pontius Pilate was looking at truth. Jesus Christ is truth. If we go to the book of Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16, this is what it says. "These are the things you shall do. Speak each man the truth to his neighbor." And then John 17:17, the Lord says, "Sanctify them by the truth. Thy word is truth." John chapter 17, verse 17. That is why when you go to a court of law, before you get into the stand, the witness stand, or you get cross-examined by the judge, you are told to put your hand on the Bible and then swear that you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You see, if you truly love your neighbor, you'll tell him the truth, not a lie, if you love him, because it's the truth that will set him free. It's like having a tumor, like a abscess on your arm. You can't keep putting plaster onto the top of it. There comes a time when you're going to take the plaster off and take a sharp scalpel, a knife, and lance it to get all the rubbish out. That's what truth is like. Truth cuts through all the lies, all the untruths. So I want to suggest to you today that you start to tell the truth. You know, when you come to that giant car manufacturer, Henry Ford, and they asked him if they could change the color of his famous Model T Ford motor car from black to another color. He said, "You can change it any color you like as long as it stays black." In other words, you can't change the color. Okay? So he was at least honest about it. We need to speak the truth, folks, and we need to speak it in love. You know, I want to tell you a story, actually quite a sad story. I had the honor of conducting a funeral service in which a man was buried. He was a middle-aged man, and he had slipped up badly in life. His wife had left him, and he had affairs with some other people, and made them pregnant. And then he did have the courage to walk down the high street with his little daughter. He didn't hide anything. And when he eventually died, I knew one thing about that man: he loved the Lord. And so at the funeral, I could see a lot of people looking sideways, and I said, "You know, I want to tell you something about this man. I knew him very well. He was a sinner just like you and I, but he was a Christian. He loved Jesus, and he was very quick to speak the truth. He made some mistakes, but he acknowledged them. He didn't try and get out of it, and he paid the price, and he repented. And I believe he's gone to heaven." I said, because good people don't go to heaven, believers go to heaven. And after the funeral, one man came up to me, he was very angry. He said, "How can you say that? How can you say that good people don't go to heaven?" I said, because John chapter 14, verse 6, Jesus says, "I am the way and the life and the truth, and no one goes to the Father but by me." So by telling a person who is of another faith, "It's okay, we're all going to heaven," that's a lie. And that might lead that man to be destined for hell. We need to speak the truth in love. And if we do that, then that is freedom. God bless you and goodbye.